Okay, so more gratitude. Um, I was just thinking about the last 2 days, and there are some pearls of wisdom which I thought be worth talking about, or at least my mentioning. So we started with Chelsea. Tell stories, fill the void. To encounter, now this will stay with me forever, the volume and velocity of while. And Marilyn, stop being ashamed. Latoya, take the chair and rage. Diani, take courage and shed guilt. Lauren Cornell reminded us that in this moment of your body, my choice, it's the stark realities of life that we're in. Ava, make your table. I mean, by the way, there are lots of tables and chairs mentioned. I don't know why. And my husband scribbled, make your table, make your mark. And she said, those who affect change can only do so by making their own table in all spheres. So we better get handy. And I remember Adrian saying, throw flower pots. So we're making tables, throwing flower pots. And then Anne Pasternak, in her wisdom, reminded us from, blanking out on the name, Brian Stevenson, it is time to draw a new America. Because we are the picture makers, and we have to remember that at all points in time. We are telling the story, and we need to take the stage, as I am doing right now. Rhea, you can't manage what you can't measure. And I think as we think of ourselves as activists, we need to demand that visibility into the art world. Joyce, zesty. By the way, those rhinestone red shoes are my favorite footwear of this whole conference. And Gaurav's too, actually, he pointed me out. And she was like, just go on out and do it, because in your next life, you might be a snail or something else that I don't want to mention. And we ended with Jodie Foster, the great Jodie Foster. Follow the line of love. And frankly, there's love here. There's joy, there's gratitude. But I want to say that, like, while people have been congratulating us on doing this very timely conference at this moment in DC, I had thought when we even started thinking about this conference that we were going to be so celebratory, that Vice President Harris was going to be leading the country. I mean, I was just confident. And we are here now. And I thought this conference would be just something about, let's continue to do good work. And instead, it's now become that stark reality of the moment we're in, where we absolutely need to step up. But point being, for women's visibility and for sort of sustained attention, the time is always going to be now. Because we've had in this country waves of feminism, which I couldn't understand. Like, we move forward, we take 10 steps back. We move forward again and we say, oh, the first, X was done, Y was done. But we're constantly, I feel, in a hamster's wheel. And so we really need to all come together. And that's really the point of this convening. That we come together, we do the best we can, but remember to not just bask in the glory of success, but to use that as to drive further momentum. And I have prepared remarks, but I'm not going to talk about those. I will say that I return often to reference this young boy who came through making their mark and express surprise in the power of women's art. So our collective responsibility is to ensure that future generations are not surprised, that the excellence of women artists is assumed and sustained. And really the fact that we need to think about sustaining changes, systemic changes, is crucial. So let us all agree to build this permanence together. Shall we? Yes?